So I
He
hope
didn't
to
get
see
knocked out,
more.
so it wasn't like a career down.
What is he now?
Fall.
32. He's 32, right? So
32,
yeah, I could see maybe
35.
another 3 years.
It wasn't
3 years of solid
it wasn't a
boxing.
downfall fight. It wasn't a downfall fight. It wasn't like it was like, yeah, dude, you don't belong in fighting. Kind of like when you guys started the podcast and Chavez Jr. That's just like, why are you even fighting?
Oh
Your
god
dad,
damn it!
Hey,
his
you
dad,
fuck that
fights
guy.
better.
Yeah, fuck Chavez Jr. You know what? We shouldn't
Did you
even
see that fight? That shit
talk
was
about it.
entertaining as fuck.
Which one?
That shit was so much fun.
The
No,
exhibition that he had against El Travieso
Oh.
recently.
Yeah,
That shit was entertaining.
that his dad was more fun to watch than his fight. It was.
Yeah, no. He's a
Grass
quitter
growing
that's
is more
well
fun to watch.
established.
Yo, the only reason why I'll watch the Chavez Jr. fight is to see how he's gonna quit this time.
But you
Right.
get what I'm saying? Like, I don't think Loma hit a downfall like after like Chavez Jr. at one certain point, because he stopped even taking this shit serious.
I think Loma's
What
got
do
probably another 3-4 solid years before things start going downhill. So I mean,
Yeah.
What do you think? He
Yeah.
stays
This
at
is a lesson
135 or
learned.
does he go back down to 130?
I think he'll go back down to 130 for a little bit and then come back up to 135.
I don't think he has the time to do
I
that.
say, yeah, I
Right.
say stay where you at and just try to get back to it.
Yeah, why not?
Get
Why
back
not?
up,
I mean,
get back on that
just
horse, and let's go.
get that Teofimo thing out of your head, man. There's not going to be a rematch, so I mean, just get it over.
Yeah,
with. Just deal with the L.
I think both of them need to stop talking, because they're both talking. To stop talking. And
Talking sells, bro. Talking sells, and that's why people.
I want to
Yeah.
see. I want to see Theo. I want to see Theo fight. I want to see Theo fight Gervonta Davis before he moves up. But they're both. I want to see Theo fight Gervonta. I want to see, before he fights Gervonta, I want to see him fight Devin Haney.
Yep.
So he can get the official WBC fight, right? And officially become undisputed.
Oh.
That I want to see.
Bob Arum said if Ryan Garcia can beat Luke Campbell, then he's going to put Ryan Garcia versus Teofimo. Here's the thing. I think Ryan Garcia is still too young. He's not mature enough.
That's
to
what
fight
people
Theo.
were saying about Theo.
But yeah, Theo had more of a solid head. I mean, if they fight each other, I'm going Teofimo. All the way.
You're going to go Theo?
Yep.
I think it's going to be a solid fight.
Should be good.
They're both, and it's not like Teofimo's. Bro, Teofimo is fast as fuck, and that surprises. I mean, I knew he was. I didn't think he was as fast. You know what I mean? Those beautiful inside uppercuts coming in. Bro, he did so fucking good.
He did great. He
I'm
earned that
proud of
win.
that
He
kid.
really did. I'm not.
Fuck
no
yeah.
one's disputing that. It was a match of two fantastic fighters to basically showcase their skill set. And again, Loma lost, but he displayed his immaculate knowledge of boxing in the later
Not
rounds.
enough.
Not in the later rounds, bro. If this
Dude,
was what
man,
the
he-
'70s,
Well,
they went up to 15 rounds. You think he wouldn't win?
I think he should have turned it up a little bit as soon as at least the third.
Dude, I would say, because it's known that he starts late,
Yeah.
right? I understand that. I get it. You're trying to figure out your opponent and whatever. But somebody like Loma, especially with the reputation that he has, it shouldn't take him more than 2-3 rounds.
That's
Like,
what I'm saying.
Going,
Yep.
When you're going
the third
6-7
round-
rounds,
third-
not doing a damn thing, how the fuck do you expect to
Third-
win?
You know, he was downloading.
Yeah.
He was downloading the Matrix, bro, and I guess he was downloading on DSL or dial
Yeah, that's true.
whatever it was. It took too fucking long. You got to get on that 5G.
Yeah. By the third round, he should have been getting going. Get going.
Yeah, after, bro.
I mean, there was promise in the second round. Again, there was promise in the second round.
Right, the second round, exactly. I thought, okay, shit, he's going to pick it up after only 2 rounds. Great. And then the second round, I scored it for Loma. But then after that, it was just like back to fucking nothing.
Shadow boxing. That's what I
Yeah,
would
just
call
fucking
it.
bobbing and weaving, trying to figure out this kid. And this kid is connecting the whole time. No, there's no way he was going to win that fight.
How we looking on the chat? Anything? We still live?
They brought up the Khabib retirement. He just fought Justin Gaethje yesterday.
Oh, yeah. And then he announced his retirement. He promised that he wouldn't fight without his dad. That's very noble.
He promised his mom that this was going to be his last fight, that he wasn't going to fight without his father, because it's not the same without his dad in the corner. 29-0.
That's a fucking amazing record. That is,
29-0 in the UFC.
especially for MMA.
you know what? I would
Yeah,
go,
no, that shit's fucking insane.
I would go 30. I would get that nice round number. That's me. That's OCD me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey,
just go
Rocky
for 30.
Marciano is 49-0. That's odd.
Yeah.
What?
So is Mayweather.
Maybe, yeah, that 50 don't count. I
Yeah,
don't care what anybody
The
says.
last two fights, yeah, those are exhibition fights. Fuck him.
Fook.
Fuck.
McGregor's talking about doing some more professional boxing. He's trying to get into the ring with Pacquiao. Did you?
Pacquiao.
Yeah. He's gonna fight Pacquiao.
conversation.
That's for sure. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
respect to Pacquiao. I get why he's doing it. He's doing it because he's gonna do money for COVID victims or something.
Yeah, this is what's for his charities and whatever. But
No, yeah, and I get it. That's great. That's fantastic. Fucking McGregor's not a boxer. He's not.
He trained as a boxer before, but he's
yeah, but it's
sure.
keep
He's
him
not
keep him at MMA. That's what you're good at. Do what you're good at. And if you're gonna fight against a big name in boxing when you haven't done anything to earn these big title fights, I don't think.
Bro, I eat two
I don't think
Costco
it
hot
should
dogs.
be-
I'm not gonna go do the fucking 4th of July Nathan's hot dog eating challenge and try to fight Joey Chestnut.
But back to the viewer that said about how we feel about that retirement. I think it's great. I think that's something that's really hard to get over. I lost my father, and I know how down you can be after something like that. And Dan said, go for the 30, but that's
Oh, man,
it's so personal.
I don't think there's anything else to prove.
I mean, yeah, he's been at the top of the game for the longest time, and he's winning. He's winning just one-sidedly. So I mean, there is nothing else to prove, and he's a man who's committed to his craft.
And then you can quit, and you can be considered like Rocky Marciano, one of the best.
Yeah, why not quit at the top of the game?
But he's
quit at the top of the game and don't get that loss. Hey, why not?
Nah, he's good, bro. I thought Justin Gage was going to give him a harder time. But
I don't know how much he's made. Hopefully, he's made enough to change his life.
But money isn't everything, man. Look at Maidana. After the Mayweather fights, he was like, I don't need boxing. Fuck it. I can buy a part of the country. And now he's coming back.
Technically did.
Yeah.
Got fat as shit. And all stuff Argentina.
Yep. Yeah, you can
talk about great fighters. I want this from you guys. This is way off topic with whatever you guys have going on. Who do you guys have as the best fighter ever?
Best fighter ever?
Mayweather.
Mm-hmm. God almighty.
Wait.
Ooh. If you want to talk about
Layla Ali.
Layla Ali.
I guess purse-wise, you could say that.
Purse-wise. Mayweather, yeah, he fights for purses. He fights for Gucci belts. He fights for fucking suede shoes.
You got Dan. What's up?
Who do I got? Best fighter ever? You know what? I grew up watching Chavez, so I am.
You know what? That's a great pick. If you pick that one.
I am a massive Chavez fan. That's why it's disappointing to see that his son is a big heaping pile of shit, and that's me saying it nicely. You know what I mean? Because I'm such a fan of his father.
It's a fresh turn in the middle of winter where it's
man,
still
you have potential to be fucking dry dog shit, but you're not even that. So, and it sucks. It sucks because you look at Chavez and you're like, man, this guy did so much. He did ridiculous fights, man. Because of him, I got into like Pernell Whitaker. I got into Trinidad. Because of him, I got into De La Hoya. I mean, Chavez was really my introduction to a whole bunch of other boxers. I mean, I had respect for the people who fought Chavez. I mean, like, yo, if you are at this capacity to fight the greatest, I want to get into like what you do. And that's why I started getting into these other fighters. Camacho, that guy, like, I can name. Chavez fought a whole bunch of people who were just fantastic, and he won, and he had a ridiculous record. He was, 98 fights in before?
89-0 before
89,
he lost.
there you go. 89-0 before he lost.
Yeah.
So, I mean,
and then the thing is, a lot of the fighters that challenged him to these fights, they kept telling him, like, look, you're fighting these fucking cab drivers, these plumbers that you're picking out of the street. Of course you're undefeated, blah, blah, blah. So he's like, all right, then why don't you and me fight?
Yeah, exactly.
And then knock them the fuck out or do whatever.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
And he'd win. He'd win undecisively. It's just all him. It's just So I say
Christopher
Chavez.
says Berlanga. There's something about Berlanga I don't like. His style,
Yeah.
but no one. It's his style, and no one has landed a good clean shot to see if he can
has a chin?
actually. Has
But there's one thing about that.
About
Natural fucking power.
Christopher Gracia.
Yeah.
Natural power. He has this fucking.
I get it, and then to his
natural
point,
power, dude.
You can
He
be-
doesn't need much right now. I
Ooh,
mean, once he gets to the top rank,
I would argue that though, because look at Wilder. Wilder has natural talent, but he
he has
doesn't
natural
box.
power.
He has natural power, but he doesn't box. And
he doesn't have skill.
He does not have
Right there,
skill.
and then
They
he
call him a
says it
windmill.
himself. He's like, you don't need skill in the heavyweight division. You just got to land a punch,
You just gotta last longer than the other guy. I mean,
which he has a hard time doing, right?
yeah.
So,
I mean, okay, so Berlanga and Wilder would have that in common. Whoever brought up Berlaga's style, Chris, if Berlanga can refine his style, then I would think he would be more of a monster than he is now. Because
He'd be insane.
But just watching him fight, all you know that he throws haymakers right off the bat. I mean,
that's what I'm saying. So when people fight like that, it's because they know who they're fighting, what type of opposition it is. Like they know what that guy that they're fighting is there to do. They're there to lose, right? They're there to flop up my record.
No, I mean, but let's say, for example, if I'm supposed to fight Berlanga, the first thing I'm going to do is conditioning. I'm going to become defensive. And if I can outlast Berlanga and he keeps throwing haymakers because he wants to get that quick knockout, he's going to gas out. There's no way he's going to last 6 rounds throwing haymakers.
There's no way he's going to last.
Right.
But that's what I'm saying. Is it actual skill or is it him knowing who he's fighting and then just going for the kill?
So this is why he's been listening since a lot earlier that I brought up that guy that the record is 19 straight first round knockouts.
Right. Who was he fighting?
This is why it's so hard though. That's exactly. This is why it's so hard, because once the competition becomes harder, it becomes a lot harder to get those first round knockouts. And if you're a natural puncher, that becomes more irrelevant the longer you go.
Well, I got a question for you.
That's what Nonito Donaire said. He said he started depending too much on that left hook. And because he started depending too much on that left hook and he was always looking to land that left hook, he stopped focusing on other ways to win.
Yeah. You got to change your game plan.
And the guys and all you got to do is as the opposing fighter is focus on his one punch and get around it.
Well, I mean, that's why people study tape. That's why people study tape. Because if you're watching someone, if you know that one person has this one move over and over again, and you study that tape, then you're gonna find how to counter it.
Right.
You can't.
And that's what happened with you just brought up
Wilder.
The Wilder.
Chris, I think Davis is a monster
he was
too,
close.
I think he has.
He was close, but who was
stamina
that
issues.
So Ortiz could have had him if he didn't have the stamina issues.
Oh yeah.
And the other guy would have almost had him too, the guy from overseas.
But that's heavyweight though. Heavyweight, like no one in heavyweight really does anything in terms.
He was
of
close to losing to those two guys, and then
wait, we're talking about Wilder now.
Yeah.
He's talking about Wilder and Ortiz, but he says Ortiz gassed out. But heavyweight fighters naturally gas out more than any other.
The guy from overseas though, the guy from overseas was fighting real good. He was losing that fight until he knocked him out.
Which guy?
Oh my God, he was bald.
You're talking about the Polish kid?
Yeah.
Su madre.
God, I forget. Su madre, yeah.
He might have been Hispanic.
Yeah, but he was winning that fight convincingly until he got put out.